Hello. This is Dr. PKS Shrivastava presenting a video on good dairy entrepreneurs. How do you start calling yourself as a good dairy entrepreneur? Who is a good dairy entrepreneur? Let us see that what is on the platter of a good dairy entrepreneur and what exactly he will be gathering on the platter to become a good dairy entrepreneur. So this video is all revolving around the good dairy entrepreneur, and this is an apt topic today because lot many people are looking to become a farm owner having a high yielding animals and all those things. So we will be discussing into this. Let's see. This is the good dairy entrepreneur. Let's see. This is our YouTube handle. You can watch our videos on that. We are going to do the threadbare analysis. What is a good dairy entrepreneur and what should be the qualities in that and what he should gather during becoming a good dairy entrepreneur. And this is credential Dr. PK Shrivastava, ex-NDDB officer, a dairy business guru. And now we'll be covering that whether it is milk, whether it is animals, whether it is farm product, whether it is VADP, whether it's all we are going to cover into this. From the managerial point of view, look at this slide. This slide gives a kind of picture that we are having the exotic animals, exotic cattle, and it is only 1.86%. Exotic cattle are those who are high yielders, and their number is very tiny in our country. And look at the crossbred animals, the cows, and it is 29, almost 30% are the crossbred animals. Then once you go to the you know nondescript cattle, indigenous cattle, very good, it is about 11%. And suppose you go for the nondescript cow, these are the cows, they are low yielders, they have not been described as a breed but they are locally available and they are very meager yielders. Can we think of reducing the number of these non-discrete animal by making them descript, number one. Number two, by making them crossing with the good uh, dairy cows and then bringing them to the crossbred level. This is the two way we can reduce this number of the you know nondescript cows. Similarly, for the nondescript buffaloes, we are having about 32% indigenous buffaloes where the breeds are defined and they are good dairy animals and they are good yielder. But at the same time, we are having about 13% as a nondescript buffaloes. These are also like the cows, as we discussed. These are also present in the society, in our country. And can we think of reducing this from 13% to at least 1%, 2%, 4%, 5%? We can reduce and either make them as a uh, descript buffaloes, or we can convert into the upgraded buffaloes by the you know using high variety buffalo semens while we breeding with these animals. So it happens the two things: one, the productivity increases, the overall productivity of the country increases per animal, which we are lacking behind. The India stands in the world at the 15th position in per animal yielding of milk. And that is the reason that we are talking about the good dairy farms, good dairy entrepreneurs, large organized farm, technically managed farms, and the technically breeding, high genetic breeding system to be adopted. So, and the feeding as well, because unless the feeding is supported, only genome cannot produce the milk. So these are the system. This slide shows only can a good dairy entrepreneur help in reducing these two parts, the nondescript buffaloes and nondescript cows. Can they be converted into upgraded buffaloes or the crossbreed cows? Let's go to this. This is a female population. This is the 19th census of Government of India, Animal Husbandry Census, 20th census done in 2019. And the 2023 is already going on. The results will come later. So look at that. The nondescript part which have been talking about the cows here, this nondescript part, these three, 1 2 3, this is total, and this is the female and this is the male. So here the female percentage comes to 69%. Look at the crossbred and exotic. Here the female percentage comes about 93%. What does it mean? Can we not, as a good dairy entrepreneur, convert this 69% at least to 80%? Which is possible here in the exotic and crossbreed. Why can't it will be possible in the nondescript animals? Nondescript female cows. So there is an answer. If we start using the sex sorted semen, obviously this number is going to increase, and it's very easy to reach to the 80%, if not the 90% and 85%. So this is how a good dairy animal should think when he is entering into the farm business. Look at this slide. This is for the buffaloes. So look at this is the female buffalo, and this is the 2019 census result. The about 100, almost 100 and half, a million. These are the female buffaloes. These are in milk and these are dry. And this is the total in milk and dry. If we add both, the breedability comes only 51%. Why can't more than 60 or 70% buffaloes reach about the breedability? You know the reason? The basic reason is that we are not developing our own buffalo heifers. If you develop at your own buffalo heifers at your farm, their genitalia will be developed nicely, and they will never be non-breedable. They will be real breedability. They will add to the breedability of the country. Similarly, feeding. Once you feed the TMR or on the DMI basis or on the balanced ration, as per the body weight of the animal, as per the milk yield requirement of the animal, then you are able to add into the breedability of the animal. And similarly, when you are buying an animal from outside, it is not your heifer which has become buffalo and now it's going to breed, or it's breeding in your farm. Then how you are handling the genitalia depends, and it makes the you know it makes the effect on the breedability. If the it is handled badly, obviously the breedability is going to be lost, or it will have a lot of problems like repeat breeding and so many matritis and so many things. So these are the three major things: how, what kind of feeding you are giving, what kind of heifers you have developed, and they are developed from your farm. They are going to add to the breedability of the nation. So that is the objective, that should be the objective for a good dairy entrepreneur. Look at this slide. This slide says if 1,000 liter milk production is there in the country, consumed about 460 liter is consumed, 46% is consumed at source. Now the marketable surplus is only 540 liters. So if this 540 liters go for the process and unprocessed, you will see the unprocessed is 70% and processed milk is hardly 30%. Can we not change this 70%? Can we not reduce by 30% and add to the processing so that the processed milk becomes 60% and the unprocessed milk become 40%? Can we do like this? So this is the good dairy entrepreneur's thought should be. How can we do it? What are the tools? The tools are lying here. Increase the number of technical farms, large farms, technical farms which are working on the farm parameters. Increase the farm fresh VADP into the market, pump into the market. So what happened? The marketability increases, number of farms increases, The wholesome milk increases in the country for consumption. And you can also club the tiny farm, which farms are smaller farms, and you know about their quality. You can also restrict, or you can also frame the rules how you are collecting the milk from them. Make their club, and can this club also start producing VADP and pumping into the market? So this is how organic milk, very good quality milk, and very good quality VADP are going into the market, and slowly this unprocessed area of 70% reduces and the process area start increasing. Look at how skills develop in our country. This is we have inherited. We can't do much about that. But anyway, let's examine how it happens. By family profession, most of the dairy business in country has developed by family profession. Earlier there were 5 animals, they became 20 animal, they become 30 animal, they became 100 animal, and like that. Or they closed down. This could be either way. So working in such firms or companies, how a person goes and work in some company, attains the kind of skills for that business, and later on he starts his own business. This is how in Indian parlance the skill has been developing. Government of India has started skill development department is a much later. But anyway, what we have been doing in the past, that we are still reaping today in the present. Known business person employees. So we know somebody who is doing some business. We go and we either work with him as a partnership or as an employee or as a part of that, and we learn the skill, and then we go like that. Look at that, how masons develop in our country, how carpenters develop now, plumbers, electricals, refrigeration fitters. You tell anything. Similarly, the this ITIs, you can say that ITIs are now available. They are now available. They started somewhere 1980 or something, or 70, 75 maybe. But they have not been catering. But majority of these skilled laborers, skilled persons, those who are going to help you for the business, are developed while working, acquire their skills while working. Family traditional skills develop and later on become the institutes. Many examples are there. The traditional methods prevails. Many examples. You go for anything, go for plumber, go for electrical, go for dairy, go for sweet shops, go for any kind of food material by that way. If a father was making samosa and kachoris and that was famous, the son is going to do that, and it's continued. Rather, the outlets will be increased. So we know that the Bikaner Wala, we know the Haldiram, so many things. So how these things, the traditions may come and they become the institutes. Similarly, the traditional methods prevails still. In our country, we are carrying our traditional methods very strongly. Such business houses develop thumb rules and which still prevails. ITIs came much later, which designed actually that this is the module for this kind of skill development. Now skill development department, the Ministry of Skill Development, HRD, the Ministry Department, now they are developing the modules for certain things where you can develop your skill, you can hone your skill on that. Similarly, the KVKs have arrived much later. KVKs are Krishi Vigyan Kendras. There are 731 spread all over the country, and look at that, 89 of them are only in UP, and 195 is in MP, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, and Bihar. So look at that, about 300 are only in these states, and you will find most of the laborers in dairy business coming from these states. Why? Have they visited KVKs? Is a question I'm leaving on you. Now NDDB has developed this kind of, much later NDDB has now started looking for the entrepreneurship system, because now NDDB is handling the breed multiplication scheme, and they understood that unless there is a skill developed, unless there is a skilled person's availability in the country, how these farms are going to be a success. So they have started, and they have done a help or some entrepreneurship programs. About 350 people they have trained. That's what said by the chairman of NDTB. And this Pasu Sakhi, they have given a name. About 3,000 people have, taken this kind of skill development program. But this is peanuts, sir. It is not going to help anywhere. It's a beginning. I'm very happy. It's a beginning. Let's do it on a larger scale, because the BMFs are looking for trained manpower and skilled manpower. The good dairy entrepreneurs will look for these kind of people to employ them for development of the farms. How in the dairy business? Look at that. I leave this question again to you. How the dairy farm labor skills were developed and how it's working in the country. You have 100 animal farms, 50 animal farm, 30 animal farms. There will be a bunch of laborer coming from some of the states, and they will be in a group, and they will be doing whatever they knew from their, you know, from their leaders, where they learn the technical skills. They are not going to listen about any technical parameter which you are going to convey to them. No, not at all. So there has to be a module for developing laborers, dairy laborers, and skilled persons in the dairy to work for the farms. Then only the farms will become a success reality. Types of entrepreneurs. Let us have an idea what kind of entrepreneurs we get in our country, especially for the agriculture farm laborers I'm talking about. Own initiative implies they had the nag towards the agriculture and dairying, and they became the employee. They became the entrepreneurs, right? Father employed, not to discuss, we know all. Friends employed, not to discuss, we know that. Unemployed employed, they don't have anything to do, they have come to the dairy or agriculture or whatever allied. IITians have entered into this. These are not those people I discuss all for. These are the people, they have taken a conscious decision. They have left the job of lakhs of rupees per month salary, and they have entered into the startups of dairy business, and they are doing fantastic job. They are rewriting the rules of dairy business. We should learn from them. Doomed and re-employed. Yeah, I started doing the dairy business, but somehow I failed. And most of the time the failing goes that no, dairy business is not successful business, because they will not look at it, that what they planned, did they plan? And then started the dairy business. Or just like they purchased the animal tied below the tree and they started doing the dairy business. It could be, because that is how in India it is, dairying is done by the majority of people. Right? We'll be discussing on those points as well. Part-time employed. They are working somewhere, they have kept certain animal, they want that there should be the result. Sir, this is whole-time job. This is not part-time job. Right? Now, after seeing all this, the dairy entrepreneur is at the crossroad. Suppose you want to join the breed multiplication scheme, you want to become a good dairy entrepreneur, you are at the crossroad. You are looking towards all those things which are jumbling up around you. What is this? The cost centers, cows or buffaloes, which cow, single window technical support. Is it available in the country? No, not much. When you go to the universities, veterinary colleges, you will get the support for that kind of subject. If you want to go to the medicine, yes, you will get the support. Surgery, you will get the support. Yeah, animal husbandry, you will get the support, but yes, of course, not the financial. For financial, you go to the CA doesn't know all these things, the technical matters. So there is a collaboration. There has to be a CA come veterinary combo, and then only you can go for the veterinary planning, veterinary project planning, dairy planning. Now product marketing, yeah, is an entirely different thing, is a food material, perishable material. Look at the market segment is pumped by so many things. Now you are entering with your farm materials, right? Which animal? Financial, from where? FSSAI, oh, how to go there? How to take the registration? TMR, DMI feeding, what is this? I have never seen. I have only seen animals grazing, that's all. Or animal fed, whatever is available at the home. And breeding with SSS, IVF, oh God, I have never heard about it. I have heard about AI, simple AI. Risk factors, all these things. So all these things, obviously the labors and automation, all these things are bombarding on the dairy entrepreneur who is thinking where to go. Let's see. We will try to give some ways, right? Let's see. You are a good dairy entrepreneur and you are thinking in a right way, and now you are, you have decided, I will open a breeding farm. I'll breed for the animals and trade into the animals. Heifers. I will trade into the heifers. I'll trade into the good male calves for the semen stations. And this is my job. Obviously, if the animal is going to deliver a calf, there will be a milk. Yes, milk will be there. Milk will also be dealt with. But the prime objective is to breed the animal and sell this animal into the market. And that is what the breed multiplication scheme says. Look at the trade liquid milk. I'm a dairy entrepreneur. I'm only going to be into the liquid milk, nothing else. Farm milk going to the consumers. Finish. That is what. Sir, mind it. Your volume will never go to that level so that a a kind of volume so that it will support to your business, right? So you have to have thinking on that. You decide that I'll be only selling the organic milk. I'll only be selling for the tiny segment of the market. Yes, you are welcome to do that. No issue. You can go with the VADP, the farm produce fresh milk and untouched milk, wholesome milk, and those the unprocessed milk. Those kind of things are variants available with you, and you can do that. No issue. The third one, trade into the farm VADP. I'm the person, I'm going to trading into the farm VADP. No paneer which is processed some other way. I'm only giving the farm paneer. I'm only giving the farm ghee, no other processing, something like that. Even if I have to process, I have to process only with my own farm milk or the club farm milk or the tiny farms which are available near me, collecting milk with them, and that I can do, right? So these are the basic variants available for the entrepreneurs. If you look at their products to go into the market, here are there. These are available. Trade in silage and forage. You know, the country is facing fodder shortage for past so many years. Many theses have been written on that. Meetings have been done. Departments have been working. Government, central government, state government, or what not, animal husbandry department, everybody is working. But the result has not been achieved as yet. So why can't this kind of, instead of going for the dairy business only for the milk and VADP and liquid milk and trading the animals, why can't I have a land, I go for the forage production and converting into the bale silage, and that bale silage will be an add up to these kind of farms which are coming up in our country. So this is the right time to wake up, that tomorrow these farms will be looking for the bale silages from there where they are going to get. So this is a kind of good dairy entrepreneur thought which you can go think out of the box. What is trading in concentrates, trading in the farm products? So many farm products, silage is there, cattle feed is there, your own make cattle feeds, your own make the paddy straw, treated paddy straw bales are available. Nothing doing in Tamil Nadu, people are doing just baling the raw straw and they are selling. The cost of the baling is hardly 40 rupees, 30 rupees, and they are selling during the scarcity 150 rupees. So why can't a person think other than above three and going for these all five. The alternate energy, why can't you think on the biogas? That okay, I will be the person, I'll be taking care of your farm biogas production, and I will be charging the this much money, and that is my income. And biogas is, on the sharing basis, you also use, rest biogas is my gas biogas. So kind of thing can be thought on that. Organic manure, the composting, if you make the DPR, the milk sale is the highest revenue which you get, and the next highest revenue you get from the compost. So that part is missing. Urine, that part is nobody is looking at. How the farm will survive, sir, unless these things are supported by some of the dairy entrepreneur. Can we not thought on that? Think on that line. Look at, sir, do we plan before doing the dairy business? Here is the fact. If you plan, you will be comfortably sleeping on the bed very nicely. The cot will be lying on the ground and you will be sleeping and enjoying the sunshine, right? But if it is not planned, your cot is going to be up. आपकी खाट खड़ी होने वाली है अगर ठीक से प्लानिंग नहीं करते हैं डेयरी बिजनेस में. डेयरी बिजनेस में कभी भी जंप मत करिए. इट इज नॉट एन इमोशनल डिसीजन. ये आपके मानसिक और आपके हृदय से लिया हुआ डिसीजन नहीं है. You should be taking a calculative decision if you want to go into that. हुआ क्या इस कंट्री में? Poor can't plan. I know the majority of people, 80 million farmers, are into the dairy business. They are doing this dairy business for the livelihood. उनसे आप प्लानिंग करने की बात नहीं कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज उनके पास तो लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज है. उन्हीं लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज को दे करके वो अपना लाइवलीहुड जनरेट कर रहे हैं, और जो एक्सेस बचता है वो ट्रेड कर रहे हैं. लेकिन क्या इस कंट्री के जो रिच लोग थे, जो रिच फार्मर्स थे, डिड दे प्लांट फॉर द डेयरी बिजनेस? नो. They only went for some of the animal for the home consumption. Balance, somebody should take the milk. Okay, no problem. Let it go to the cooperative. Let go to the private. They least bothered. So this is how our dairy business has developed in our country. Anybody bothered about the revenue versus cost? Anybody bothered about the first calving, age of first calving? Anybody bothered of the intercalving period? Anybody bothered the insemination at the proper heat time? Once you miss the heat, you are going to lose 18 to 20,000 rupees that you cannot calculate. If you want calculation, please call us. We will give you the calculation how you are losing 18 to 20,000 rupees based on the which animal you are rearing. Miss one heat, that is for 21 days, and this is the loss. Feed conversion ratio, anybody has thought what I am feeding and what I am getting? Hardly anybody, because what they are feeding they don't know. What they are getting, how they will know? The calculation they never do for their own labor which is given, and forget about the feasibility, viability and sustainability. Let us not talk about that. Unless you plan, these three words are not made for you. It is certainly not made for you. And how it can be done? It can be done only through the DPR, which many people do not want. DPR is a tool which can be submitted for the loaning to the bank, and bank also puts into the shelf. Later on it is thrown out. Is that the DPR means? The DPR means whether my feasibility is there or not, whether my viability is coming, which year I'm going to get the break even. What is my ROI? Sir, this is the business where your breed multiplication scheme claims about, on an average 5-year, 40% the ROI. It is on the document. So you are not planning for this and you are doing the business. Are you a good dairy business? Not at all. Okay, now you have started. You have understood that I have to plan. No, I have to plan. No, I cannot do like that. I have to plan. Let us see the first thing you decided, that I will breed the animal and trade the animal, and that is my business module. Agreed. It will be disease free. heifers, it will be high yielding heifers, it will be purebred cows, buffaloes of the breeding stock, it will be upgraded buffalo of the breeding stock, it will be the male calves for the semen production, it will be the single breed, multiple breed, integrated farm. What kind of thing you are going to do even in the breeding? So look at that. Once the micro planning starts, you start getting, okay, these are things I have to understand. Similarly, we can discuss about the liquid milk, VADP and other things. I'm just pushing off. Let's go to the next. All right, next slide. This is actually the planning you have to do on these points. This is not the planning, it's the planning points. What are the planning points? Land. Is it own or lease? If I don't have that much sufficient land, I will lease. Lease for a longer period. Fund. Own, bank. Whether it is added with subsidy, I will look for the subsidy. Government of India, state government, MSME, FIs, financial institutions, subsidy, I will look for that. That is a support during the capital investment. If somebody is giving subsidy to you and it is an investment, it's a boon for you. You should try for that, but you should not only try for the subsidy and not do the business, which Indians are actually done PhD in this. They will take the things, benefits, and they will not deliver the things. And we have done PhD into this. We have done PhD in animal science. If we talk about the dairy business, which is my subject, I can only assure you all farmers have done PhD to spoil heifers, and they have done PhD how to take subsidies and not deliver the facts in reality. And this is what we have been doing. It's not a subject which need to be discussed. It's the subject need to be अपनी गले में झांक के देखिएगा तो आपको मिलेगा कि वो गॉड यही तो होता रहा है. DPR is a planning. It is for you as well as for the financial institution. आपके लिए भी जरूरी है. देखो पन्ना पलट के कि कब क्या लिखा हुआ है. मुझे इसने इस साल में जाकर के ये प्लांट लगाना है. पहले लगाते हैं तो मेरा लॉस आता है, लेकिन ये कोई नहीं देखता है. DPR सबमिट होता है केवल सब्सिडी प्राप्त करने के लिए. सोर्स, इसमें सोर्स लगाना पड़ता है. पुश एंड पुल, टाउट्स आते हैं, एजेंट्स आते हैं, वो आपसे पैसा ले जाते हैं. साहब मुझे दे दीजिए, मैं आपका सब्सिडी करवा दूंगा साहब. फाइनल सर, मुझे इतना पैसा दे दीजिए. लोग करते हैं, कर रहे हैं, सबको पता है, कोई नई चीज नहीं है. केवल मैं बोल रहा हूं, बाकी लोग सुन रहे हैं. ऑफलाइन, ऑनलाइन, अभी तक हम लोग ऑफलाइन चलते थे. हर एक चीज का हम लोग एप्लीकेशन बनाते थे, भरना एप्लीकेशन, फिर उसमें गलतियां, फिर वो ये सब, फिर वो किसको सबमिट करना, वो फाइल नहीं बढ़ना, फिर फाइल के ऊपर रुपया डालना, फाइल को चलाने के लिए उसमें व्हील लगाना. ये सारी चीजें हम लोग सीख चुके हैं. हम लोग बिल्कुल बिल्कुल अपडेटेड हैं इसमें, हमें सब पता है. अभी प्रॉब्लम क्या हो गया, एक नया प्रोजेक्ट आ गया, ब्रीड मल्टीप्लिकेशन स्कीम. उसका इम्प्लीमेंटिंग एजेंसी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने NDDB को कर दिया. उसने सारा कुछ ऑनलाइन कर दिया. बहुत अच्छा था, वेरी गुड. किसी से मिलना ही नहीं. मेरे पास ऑल कम से कम पर वीक 2 कॉल आते हैं कि साहब बैंक वाले से मिलना चाहिए कि नहीं मिलना चाहिए. भाई जब आपको सारी चीजें आप इसमें दिया हुआ है कि अपलोड डॉक्यूमेंट आप करो, आप अपना इंटेंट NDDB को बताओ, उनको स्क्रूटनाइज करने दो, वो ओके करेंगे, वो आपको रास्ता बताएंगे, अब इसके बाद क्या करो, अब इसके बाद क्या करो. फिर भी आप बैंक से मिलना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि ये वो लोग हैं जो चाहते हैं कि बैंक से मिल गया अगर तो हमारा एजेंट बन जाता है, हमारा उसमें कमीशन बन जाता है, बैंक वाले का कमीशन बन जाता है. ये सारी चीजें हो रही हैं, कोई नई चीज नहीं है. और मेरे ख्याल से एजेंसीज भी इन बातों को जानती हैं. आगे चलते हैं तो हम कोलेट्रल की बात करते हैं. यस, जब आपका प्रोजेक्ट NDDB ने क्लिक किया, सैंक्शन नहीं किया, क्लिक किया, एक लेटर देता है, वो लेटर लेकर के बैंक से बात करिए. बैंक बोलता है हमारा इंटरेस्ट रेट ये है, कोलेट्रल ये है, हम इतना कोलेट्रल लेंगे और ये इंटरेस्ट लेंगे, तभी हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. ठीक है भाई, आप दे दोगे तो ठीक है, नहीं दे दोगे तो बंद कर दो भाई. ठीक है, दूसरे बैंक चले जाएंगे. इसी तरह से लेबर स्किल्ड कहाँ से मिलेगा, ये सारी चीजों की जानकारी हम कैसे ले रहे हैं, कहाँ से मिल रहे हैं, इसकी हमें प्लानिंग करनी पड़ेगी। कौन कौन सी इक्विपमेंट हमें लेने हैं, इसकी हमें प्लानिंग करनी पड़ेगी। अब जब हम इक्विपमेंट की बात करते हैं तो ढेर सारे इक्विपमेंट है। क्या हम सबसे पहले उठा करके सबसे भारी वाला इक्विपमेंट खरीद लें जिसमें हमारा सारा पैसा लग जाए और बाकी इक्विपमेंट के लिए पैसा नहीं है? बहुत सारे लोग हैं। मेरा 42 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है इस कंट्री में। डेयरी बिजनेस सबसे पहले जाता है, कंस्ट्रक्शन कर देता है, सबसे पहले कंस्ट्रक्शन कर देता है, बढ़िया फार्म के शेड वेड बना बना, बिकॉज वो इजी है। जानवर का पैसा नहीं है भाई, जानवर कैसे खरीदेगा भाई, कहां से लेके आएगा भाई? भाई शेड तो दूध नहीं देता, अभी तक मैंने नहीं देखा है कि शेड के अंदर पाइप लगा के दूध निकालते हैं, ऐसा नहीं देखा। पाइप तो जानवर के अंदर ही लगेगा, मिल्किंग मशीन जानवर में लगेगा, जानवर तो है नहीं, पैसा है नहीं, खिलाने का पैसा नहीं, चारा है नहीं, खेत है नहीं। क्यों किया भाई आपने? यार मुझे मालूम नहीं था। तो ये है हमारा कंस्ट्रक्शन का हिस्ट्री। सबसे पहले कंस्ट्रक्शन कर देते हैं, बिल विल जो है सब्सिडी में डाल वाल के पैसा वैसा आ जाता है, जमीन आ गया है, कंस्ट्रक्शन भी हो गया है, फार्म नहीं है, चलता नहीं है, एनिमल नहीं है, खिलाने को नहीं है भी तो 2 साल के बाद बंद हो जाता है। सो दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव बीन डूइंग इन डेयरी बिन। मत करिए, आप एक अच्छे डेयरी एंटरप्रेनर बनिए। लेबर स्किल्ड अनस्किल्ड इस लोगों को पता करिए कहाँ है, केवीके से बात करिए, आपके यहाँ कौन लोग ट्रेनिंग लिए हैं, क्या हम उनको रख सकते हैं, पैसा दीजिए, उनसे काम करवाइए। वो लोग आपको मेथोडिकल काम करेंगे, टेक्निकल काम करेंगे। लॉजिस्टिक्स एंड रिटेल की बात करिए, हम कहाँ पे ये दूध ले जाएंगे? वॉल्यूम बहुत छोटा है, हम बड़ी डेयरियों से compete नहीं कर पाएंगे, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम मेरा मिल्क का क्वालिटी उनको कभी भी वो जिंदगी में वहां नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे। जो क्वालिटी हमारा है, एक बार अगर कंज्यूमर ले लिया, वो जिंदगी भर उस क्वालिटी को छोड़ेगा नहीं। तो हमें इन चीजों पे समझना है, इन चीजों पे इसलिए समझना है कि हम वही हमारा यूएसपी है, उसी यूएसपी पे हम मार्केट में जीत सकते हैं। मार्केट डेवलपमेंट, सॉफ्टवेयर सपोर्ट, ये सारी चीजें हमें रखनी पड़ेंगी। आजकल सारा मार्केट सॉफ्टवेयर पे चलता है, चलाइए, फार्म सॉफ्टवेयर अवेलेबल हैं तमाम, यू कैन डू दैट। Registration, incorporation, very simple. FSSAI registration is so simple. Go to the site and you'll get that, oh God, it was so simple. Account, audit and taxation, कोई ना कोई फाइनेंशियल आपको करता है, करके देगा। कोई ना कोई बिजनेस कंसल्टेंट जो फाइनेंस भी जानता है, जो सिंगल विंडो ऑपरेट करता है, सारी सुविधाएं एक जगह देता है, उससे आप बनवा लीजिए, वो बना देगा। अगर हमारे पास 80 से 82 मिलियन फार्मर्स हैं, क्या आधा मिलियन गुड डेयरी एंटरप्रेनर डेवलप हो सकते हैं इस कंट्री में? बस इतना एक ऑब्जेक्टिव लेके चलना है। लेट अस सी थंब रूल्स क्या है। हमने बात किया था अभी, वी टॉक्ड अबाउट दैट व्हेन द इंस्टीट्यूशंस वर डेवलपिंग दे मेड देयर रूल्स एंड दैट बिकेम द थंब रूल्स। बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हैं, बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल, अभी मैंने नाम लिया था बीकानेर का और हल्दीराम और दुनिया। दे डेवलप्ड द स्टैंडर्ड्स, दे डेवलप्ड दैट दिस इज व्हाट भजिया कार्ड, and that has become a thumb rule, and that has become, people are following. Those who have to come to the market, they have to follow that, they have to be nearer to that, they can't be much lower, then they are not going to survive in the market. So when the institutions develop, they develop the thumb rule as well. Breed wise, milk yield wise, age wise, all those things are developed, all those things are written. Only thing, the farmers are not going to read that, and technical people, those who have made it, they are not going to pass on to the farmers. We have been in young age, and there we were reading that land to lab to land, lab to land, university to farmers. Sir, it is all saying only. But yes, some portion has gone by the word of mouth. Like for the milk yield, we know that a thumb rule has been given. The 400 grams cattle feed, if it is a balanced cattle feed, if it is a third class cattle feed, that you don't consider that, because there are many third class cattle feed available in the market. We just say that it is cattle feed, but anyway, let's not discuss that. So there is a thumb rule of 400 gram per liter of milk production. If the animal is giving 10 liter of milk, your 4 kg you have to feed. Simple, very simple, very simple. It's a thumb rule given to, and most of the farmer knows this. Whether he is feeding or not, whether he has the resources to feed or not, it is not, I mean, a question here. It's a question that yes, thumb rules are there. We should look for the thumb rules. Like animal condition, it's an empty, it's a dry, it's a pregnant, it's a unbreedable. All animals varieties, the feed changes. Come to the feeding, calf feeding, heifer feeding, adult in milk, adult in dry condition, but pregnant, non-pregnant, all those things different. But what we do in our country, single food, go ahead, everybody, all animal, thank you very much. And whatever they can eat, eat, that's all. So that is not the way. So the technology says something, the thumb rule says something, but you are not following that. Similarly, breeding, AI. Who does the AI decision? It's only the inseminator because he is the semen supplier. How a small farmer who has got only 5 animal, 4 animal, 6 animal, how can he maintain the artificial insemination infrastructure at his home? Not possible. So it is given to the animal husbandry department. The clinics and veterinary hospitals are maintaining it and they are giving these services. What happened? The animal is HF, he doesn't have the HS semen. He is putting jersey into that. Okay, whatever is there, yaar, put yaar, what is there? Who bothers? I have visited many farms and on the breeding point I'm talking about. I have visited obviously many farms. So I asked them, sir, this animal was inseminated on such. Sir, this was inseminated on such and such date. Sir, records are there. And like, where is the straw, sir? Do you know which semen he has put? Sir, we don't know, sir. Only inseminator knows, sir. So once you are giving the farm breeding decision to the inseminator, then after 9 months, 10 months, what you are going to get is your body or the inseminator's body. It is your liability. So you are creating a liability unknowingly. That is what is happening. This is the truth of the country. Even organized farms, sir. So you have to maintain a battery of different breeds. And now there are so many good semen stations. Even NDDB has got 5 good semen stations. Go and procure with them. When people were talking in the country, entire country, the state semen stations are not good except few. So then there is an NDDB which has gone and multiplied. There are 5 semen stations and they are A grade semen station. Why can't you buy the semen from them? Let it be costly, but at least you are getting the semen for your breed, which you wanted. So this is how things are going on. If the jersey is inseminated with HF, definitely there is a dystocia. HF is a bigger animal, jersey is a smaller animal. The calf of the HF semen will be bigger and jersey will not be able to deliver that. So many things in our indigenous breeds also. So you have to stick to your own breed. And now semen is available, sir. It was the dream in the past. Now semen is available with NDDB and NDDB subsidiaries. Come on, sir. Now look at the diseases: FMD, mastitis, TB, JD, brucella, HSBQ. Everything is decided, sir, that for these vaccination, these are the time, these many vaccines doses. Here it is available. Animal husbandry departments are given this thing responsibility. If they are not able to do, you purchase these things, you get it done. There are so many inseminators. There are so many animal help is available in the country. Enormous. Only you have to tap them and become a good dairy entrepreneur. FMD, the like mastitis, the tickets are available. How to detect the mastitis in the beginning itself? Kits are available. Go and do that, sir. And then you become a good dairy entrepreneur. Don't sleep because animal is not sleeping. Be awake so that you can manage the animal, manage the farm, and manage your bottom line, right? Stocks. dry fodder, green fodder, silage, cattle feed, raw material and medicines, all these stock has to be there in the farm. Good dairy services, goods and dairy services, energy, compost, urine, logistic, everything has to be in the place. Labor, skilled labor, unskilled labor, hygiene, availability, everything you have to be on, your finger has to be on that. Market, always I told that software is driven, it's all software driven. Do we refer these thumb rules anytime? Do we ask to the veterinarians, sir, what is the thumb rule for this? Sir, what is the thumb rule of feeding an HF animal? Sir, third lactation HF animal, sir, giving this much milk, how much I should feed, sir? Anybody? Except the Punjab, Western UP, Haryana, and part of Rajasthan, and that belt, which are actually the animal rearing belt. And now today whole country is rushing for the animal purchase to these places. Only they understood long back that feeding should be done as per the performance of the animal. That we have lost in other parts of the country. Look at that. What we did in 75 years past. Animal rearing. We promoted and farmer accepted. Correct. That was their requirement. That milk was shorter in certain area and milk was more in some area, and we wanted to increase the production of the milk. We increased the production, and now we are highest in the country, in the world, in milk production. Agreed. But what we did in the meantime, where our local breeds vanished, why can't we preserve that? And now the NDDB is preserving all these semen of these indigenous breeds. Now the time is there, you can revive these indigenous breeds and take benefit of that milk, which people are calling A2 milk. I also call A2 milk because India's about 75% milk is A2 milk. Now, loaning. We all know how the loaning was done earlier, how the animals were purchased, how the tags were, exchanged, all those things, and how it was done. A managing director of a milk union, milk federation, he will be an IS officer and he will say, sir, I want in this state, sir, there will be about 20,000 animal induction. I was part of that in Orissa. Induction, sir, 20,000, it will be done. I told, sir, your 20,000 animal from where you are getting, sir? All animals from the West Bengal and other states, they are moving, and some animals are of course being purchased by the federation, and unions are taking animals from nearby and saying that it is induction. Actually what the country gets, sir, ultimately the number of animal is same. It's only moving from one border to another. That's all. So this is how we did the loaning. And we all know which departments did it. We all know who was doing all these things. But similarly, come to the breeding. Is there any policy in the country, entire country? Even today, sir, there is no policy. Even if it is there written in the book, it is not being followed in the country by the people. I'm not talking about the organized farm which is run by the government of India. Basically, the breeding policy is whatever the inseminator decides. That is the policy. Feeding, limited resources. Whatever the resources, the poor person, how can he feed? So he is limited, whatever is available. Available is the feed in the Indian dairy system. The TMR, people do not know what is TMR. People do not know what is DMI. Oh God, from where these words have come. Sometime you call us, we'll discuss that what is TMR and what is DMI. Look at our articles. Go to our site, read article on the feeding. In 3 parts we have given what is DMR, what is TMI, how can be calculated. It's so easy to calculate, but we don't do that. We don't do that. Now look at the genome. Oh, well-established genome laboratories are there. Everything is preserved in our country. Thanks to the scientists, they did their job. But they are not the people to take it to the land. Somebody else has to take it to the land. It's the animal husbandry department. Many others department, extension department, many other rural department, they have to take to the land so that the farmer gets these genomes. Why I am now talking about the 5 semen stations which NDDB has established, and there you can get all the indigenous breeds semen. It is known to everybody. It is online. Everybody knows today. Online is not a new thing for the farmers also. So you can make use of this. What is present? Present is a good thing has come in NDDB in India. Government of India is so nice that they have given this project. We have been crying for so many years, sir. If you want to, change the quality of this milk in this country and per animal production, sir, you have to have larger farms. And now that is reality. Government of India has pumped the money, ready to pay, and they have rightly chosen a right organization called the National Dairy Development Board as an implementing agency. Look at what is the result. It is online. Nothing to talk to anybody, not to pay money to anybody. But look at what is happening. So this is what has happened. MSMEs are giving loan, Mudra loan is available, but the result is it has bred touts, agents, cheaters. Today also I got a call from some of the CA person. Sir, I'm available, sir. I have lot of leads, sir. Lead. I folded hand told, sir, we don't work with the lead, sir. We work with the farmers. We don't work with the lead, sir. Kindly carry on your lead with yourself. If you want any help from us, we can give it, sir. Look at that. What is happening? Can we not allow this good project to prosper in our country and become a good dairy entrepreneur? It is your job. You dairy entrepreneur, it is your job. Come on that. Now we are coming to the sequential planning. It's nothing. It's just giving leveling that what we have to do one by one. These are the things you have to do as a sequential planning, right? Stay on this slide for some time, or while watching the video, stop at this slide, read this, and you will find that how chronologically, sometimes the chronology can go up and down. But this is what you have to do if you are going for the dairy business and you want to be called as a good dairy entrepreneur. Our list is indicative. It's not actually the holistic, right? So look at that. These are the benchmarks you have to look at. The age at puberty, calf, 1 calf per year for the cow, 1 calf per 1.5 year for from the buffaloes using SSS semen, animal in heat, inseminate it after the calving. By 60 days, the second heat it should be inseminated. If not failed, go to the third heat, because you are going to lose 18 to 20,000 rupees if you miss one heat, right? PD after 45 days, minimum 65 days and 80 to 85 days buffalo. Dry period has to be given and full feed has to be given. Don't reduce whatever has been given the feed as a technical person has advised. Feeding a dry period animal which is carrying a baby, you should do that. Why the farmer sees only there is no milk coming down of the udder, stop the feeding. He doesn't know that baby is there and that baby becomes a heifer tomorrow. It's going to be a cow. How it then genitalia will develop, how its bone will develop, muscle will develop, body will develop. So these are the ignorance you have to remove. You are a good dairy entrepreneur. Feeding benchmarks. See, look at the benchmark I was talking about. 4.5, 4 and 5 kg. If the animal is giving that much, it's a 25 kg roughage and 4.5 kg concentrate, and 30 kg roughage and 6 kg concentrate in case of buffaloes. These are the thumb rules which is available in the market. Farmers know. But if they are not knowing, please, you start looking for the thumb rules. what are the benchmarks that what I will be doing. Like if it is more than 25 liter, go for the milking 3 times. If it is below 25 liter, 20 liter, you go for the milking twice. And even if it is 5 liter, go for milking twice, right? Don't confuse there, right? So this actually we would like to finish here, and we are very thankful that you will be watching this video. I'm very happy, but please sir, please go and subscribe our YouTube channel. We'll show it here, our YouTube channel at Prem Kumar Shrivastava 8002 to watch our video, and our videos are regularly coming on that channel, and we are trying to help 11 to 12 every day. We are ready to receive the call from the farmers, and we are trying to resolve their issues. If there are petty issues, right away we resolve. If there are some other difficult issues, we try to give them a time that you discuss this time, and we will give you the result. And this is our email, and we prefer email or question coming on the email. Thank you very much sir for listening to us and watching our videos. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.